Hello friends, you're with a Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Thunderbolt Apache Leader. It's the second day of my 4-day mission, 4-day campaign in Iran, and I did already the first mission of the day, was a success, and now I'm trying to destroy this fast assault battalion. And Montana, he's flying the Apache. And Hack, he is flying the Harrier. Hack has got this special ability, he's evasive 1. And I hope that might give him some advantages here. Okay, so I'm gonna arm my aircraft now. Okay, I armed the aircraft, and as you can see, I only have air-to-ground weapons with me. I hope that won't be a problem. If there pops up an helicopter, we have to trust on our cannons. But we'll see about that. Both aircraft have also fuel tanks, so that they can stay a little longer over the target, because I couldn't allocate a scout to this battalion. So I only have four turns over the target because of this fuel depot. So I think it's a good idea to take some fuel tanks with me, so that I have now 6 turns. Okay, and then I draw the target bound mission, and that says high approach. Select at least 1 aircraft to start at high altitude. That's bad. Okay. And then we place the terrain hexes. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty interesting. Once again, on 4 hexes, there are no enemies at all. Still, this time there are a little more scattered over the board than in the last mission. The basic idea is that Montana, he does this high approach, and he tries to destroy these 2 enemies here, which are a little bit cut off by the ridge. He tries to destroy them with his long-range weapons. Then he goes down and takes out these 2 hexes, while Hack will go in here, throw his MK-20 on these 3 enemies, then probably tries to evade this ridge here, and then tries to destroy the remaining 2 hexes here. That's the basic idea. Let's see if we can do this successfully. So the loiter counter is at 4, and then we have to draw a pop-up counter because of Montana in high range, in high altitude. Let's hope it's not so bad. This is no enemy. Awesome. We were lucky here. And then we roll for enemy cover. Oops. An 8. That's bad. It says any 1 unit in each hex. This is probably the worst roll that is possible. Okay, let's take these ones. I think I take mainly the trucks because I can attack them with the cannon more easily. In these hexes there will no one go into cover. Here we have the APC, and here I also take the truck, and here it's also the truck. No, that was bad luck. And then it's the enemy attacks, and there are no attacks, and then it's my pilots. Yeah, and here I was really a little unlucky. So, first of all, it's Montana, and he goes now in low altitude. He's hovering here, and he shoots. Well, oh, now I see the problem. If I go into low altitude, I can't attack the tank. That's bad. But I have to adjust the altitude before I shoot. Anyway, then I'm afraid I have to stay at high altitude. I'm gonna risk that, and I'm gonna shoot these two AGM 114, and I'm gonna try to destroy this tank here. I got a +0 modifier, and here I am. Let me see. I need a 4 to hit, and the tank gives me a -2, so I need a 6 to hit. That's a 4, and the second one would be a 2. That's bad. That's really bad. Both misses. That's a problem. Okay. And then it's him, it's Hack. And he enters here. And then at low altitude, and then throws these bombs. And he's got also a modifier of 0. And I think he actually throws, I'm not absolutely sure. I think he actually throws 2 of these bombs. So now he can roll for every vehicle here. Let's start with the APC. That's a hit. And the other APC, that's a 5. That's not a hit, but he's got a second roll for that. And that's a 9. Very good. So that one is destroyed too. And then it's the truck. And as you can see, the truck has a +2 modifier. So that makes it a little easier. I only need a 4 here. And I got 1. So he was pretty successful. All these 3 targets are destroyed. And then I move here and try to evade that ridge. And because I got this evasive skill of 1, I can add 1 to my roll. That's a 4. That's 2 stress. Okay. Then I have to advance the loiter counter. And we're gonna draw a pop-up counter for him for the next turn. And it's again no enemy. Lucky me. Okay, and then I roll for the enemy cover. That's a 2. It says anyone in the same hex with aircraft. That is not the case here. And then the fast pilot's attacks, the enemy attack, there are no attacks. And then the slow one attacks. And now it's Montana and he goes into low altitude. And he's still hovering now. But yeah. I think he moves here actually. And he tries to... it's bad. He tries to destroy the tank in a standoff. So he needs a 2 because he's got that +2 modifier. He needs a 2, but then you gotta add... the tank has a -2, so I need a 4 or a 7 to keep the weapon. That's a 7. That's awesome. That was a good roll. So the tank is destroyed and I can keep the weapon. Sadly I can't attack this one because he's in cover. Okay, and then it's the other 2 guys and, well... okay. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to attack the tank here with my AGM-65, and I'm going for the APC with the LAU-61. Got a +1 modifier, so for the AGM-65 I only need a 2 to hit. That's a 9, so the tank is destroyed. And here I need a 3 to hit and a 6 to keep the weapon. That's a 10. Okay, well I'm rolling good in this mission. And the APC is destroyed now too. And then I can enter the hex and I will move here. And the time goes on. Okay, we have to draw no pop-up counters because we're both in low altitude. We roll for the enemy cover now. And that's a 1, so that says no enemy goes in cover. And there are also no attacks. So now my pilots can simply move on and actually well, I think first he will move and he will use this AGM-65 to shoot at that tank over here. That thing has a range of 3, so it's 1, 2, 3. But the problem is it's not in line of sight, so I have to go high, to a high altitude. So maybe I should wait until I am here and then attack like that in the last turn. That might be a better idea. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do this now. So actually now I move here and then I throw these 2 bombs, the MK20, and I hope that I can destroy the tank and the truck. The truck shouldn't be a problem, but the tank might be. So I got a strike modifier of 0, and for the tank I need an 8 then, because of this -2. Oh, that's tough. That's really bad. Still, I have to try it. I need an 8 here. That wasn't an 8, but I can try it again because it's the MK20. I can roll for every bomb for every target. So the second bomb, it's a 2. So I didn't hit the tank, but the truck shouldn't be a problem. I got a +2 modifier here, and yes, I made it. So the truck is destroyed, the tank isn't. Okay, and then it's Montana, and he moves here. Like that probably. And well, he uses, it's also not too good. Okay, I can't change it. He uses his LAU-61. Yeah. I gotta think about this whole mission. Okay, so he uses the LAU-61 and tries to destroy the APC. Yeah. Okay, and well, let's see about that. I need a 4 and a 7 to keep the weapon. Oh my god, that's a 3. That's bad. I'm not sure if I can make this. Doesn't look so. So then the turn goes, the loiter counter goes on. But remember, I got every one of my aircraft has a fuel tank, so I can stay 2 turns more here. So basically I can now place the loiter counter here just to remember that. Okay, and then no pop-up counters. Let's see for the enemy cover. That's an 8. So again, any one unit in each hex. Okay, that's probably it then. Now the tank goes in cover 2. So now I can't use the AGM-65 anymore, so I think... yeah, I think I don't have a chance to destroy all the sites now. Okay. Yeah. And now the enemy attacks. And there is now this APC here that is attacking Montana. It's 1 light damage. And it's the engine. So that's not a problem right now. But in the next mission, if I don't repair this, my plane could crash, or my helicopter could crash. And then it's Hack, and he gets attacked by the tank. And it says no standoff. during the next turn, actually. That stays for the end of the until the end of the next turn of this aircraft. I think there is no more chance that I can do this, because they're all in cover. I can't do a standoff, the tanks are hard to destroy, and I don't have much time left. It's really hard to decide what to do in this case. I mean, we can maybe try to destroy the truck here somehow, that shouldn't be too difficult. And then, if we're lucky, try to use our cannon and try to destroy. Well, there is a chance. Maybe we can do it. Okay, let's find out. Okay, so first I have to try to destroy this APC. Montana has to try that. He takes his second LAU-61 and he needs a 4 to hit. That's a 9, so that also allows me to keep the weapon. That is very good. So now that thing is destroyed. And then I can move, and I will move actually here. Yeah. And then it's Hack, and he moves here. And he tries to destroy the truck. There's a +2 modifier. And he tries to destroy the truck also with this LAU-61. And he's got a pretty good chance to do that, I think. And maybe we can keep the weapon. That would be very, very important in this case. And yes, we did it. Both. We can also keep the weapon. So the truck is destroyed. So, yeah, maybe there's a chance we can do that. And, well then, loiter turns go down, and yeah, let's try that now. Okay, I gotta risk something now, I think. First we roll if anyone goes into cover or comes out of cover. That's also a possibility. It's a 6, all infantry goes into cover. Well, there is no infantry here. And what I'm gonna do now is first Montana, he goes now into high altitude. And, well, it's a little risky. But I think I have to do that. Let me see. Well, he moves in this area, in this hex, and he then uses, oh no, he can't, now I see the point. He cannot actually use the, he can't do a standoff because they are in cover. Okay, so then he stays in low altitude and moves simply here and tries to evade the ridge. Okay, let's see. There are no modifiers. Oh god, that's a 1. That's a catastrophe. That gives 4 stress points. Well, actually it's not really so bad. He doesn't have any stress points until now. but that's bad. I think I'm gonna play then reporting for duty for him, because he come out with a lot of stress points out of this mission. Okay, anyway, he evaded the ridge successfully. And now it's Hack, and well, I think here I have to risk to go into high altitude, I guess. And then I might even go here, like this, and I can attack the truck. I'm gonna do that because he's better in well, it doesn't really matter actually. Okay, I decided to attack the tank and take one extra stress here to concentrate, and that gives me then an extra one additional bonus. So I now need a 5 to hit the tank, because the tank has got this -2 modifier. Okay, let's hope for the best here. And I blew it. Okay, it's just a 2. Nah, it's bad. So, the loiter counter moves on. And now we have to draw a pop-up counter, because Hack is in high altitude. That's an APC. Let's see where to place that. Oh god, that's bad. It's placed here in hex number 2. So, and then we roll for enemy cover. That is 9, so the hex with the most active, so there you go, and they stay in cover, and that's basically it. And then we have the enemy attacks, and now the APC will attack Montana. And it can take 1 heavy damage. It's this red number here. So let's see. Oh gosh, that gives him 3 stress. Okay. So now he's actually shaken. Okay. And then it's me, Hack leaves the area. And it's Montana now, and let me see. Okay, in theory I think there is still a chance, but it's a very low one. So now we move here. Oh, wait a minute. I made an error here actually. Before he flies out of the board, he can actually do an attack. I forgot that. He can use his cannon, and that goes away, by the way. He can use his cannon to attack one of these. Yeah, to attack one of these. So think he should try that. And he attacks the truck. So he needs a... Wait a minute, before we do that, he's actually shot at. I forgot that, of course. Yeah, they shoot at him. Okay, but because of evasive ability, he can now avoid 1 light damage. Or he could avoid, he could change a heavy damage into a light damage. But he only, there are only light damages. So in the end he takes now 1 light damage. Let's see what that is. And that is an additional stress. So he's now at stress 4. And then he will attack the truck. And yeah, he needs a... what? Let's see what we roll. That's a 7. I think that might be enough. Yeah. So the truck is destroyed. And then we got to leave the area. So, and now it's Montana. And he moves here and he's shaken. And that's a problem. Because now we have to subtract 2 from his values here. And then, yeah, and then the tank, so that means also 2. So we have to subtract 4 from the roll, which is really a lot. We got this LAU 61 left. So that means we would need an 8 to hit. What I'm gonna do, I take 1 extra stress. I mean, it doesn't matter now anyway. So that allows me then to, yeah, to roll again, and I need a 7 to hit, I think. Let's try that. Ah, that's a 5. Okay, didn't make it. So that's bad luck. And then the loiter counter goes down, and now we got to place this bingo marker here on Montana, so that will give him probably even more stress. If he's nearly out of fuel, he takes this bingo marker. If someone of you know why this is called bingo marker, then you might actually post it. I'm interested in this. I'm not a military expert at all, so that would be a nice information. And yeah, now I think we can roll for the enemy cover rolls. That's a 2, so nothing special happens here. And then we have to take another attack by the tank. We are now out of line of sight of the APC, so this won't fire at us anymore, but the tank will. And this is an engine damage. Okay. So now I can try to do one last shot. I think it's actually impossible to make it. I would need a, let me see, I got a -4 modifier and I need a 7 with the cannon to hit, so I needed an 11. Well, actually it's this guy, so the engine is placed here. It's a second engine damage, so I needed an 11, and I can't even take one more stress, because then I would be unfit and I couldn't shoot at all. So it makes no sense. I simply leave the area, and well, didn't make it. Didn't quite make it. Okay, at least I was able to have the battalion. So this ability doesn't apply anymore. And there is a little chance that they will retreat in the next turn. So that's a 9A. So we now flip this counter. And then we draw the homebound mission event. And it says aggressive enemy. This battalion is mobile and at full strength move it 1 range closer to the airbase band. Okay, that's not the case. And then we have to do the bingo fuel checks. And now we have to roll here. And if we roll a 6 or higher, everything's fine. If we roll less than a 6, then we have to add the difference to his stress. But he's so badly, I think I'm gonna replace him in the next turn. Well, that's a 5, so he will take 1 additional stress now. He's at a stress of 9. Okay, we don't even have counters for that anymore. And, well, yeah. And then we do the recording of the different stats. Okay, as you can see, Montana has now a stress value of 11, which is ridiculous. I think I'm gonna replace him. Hack has got a 6. So I probably use this reporting for duty. Maybe I will to make him fit again. Yeah, we only gained 1 victory point due to this mission. And everybody gains, well, both of them gain 1 experience. Okay, now we gain the special option points of the day, and because of this scenario here, it's day 2. We now gain 9 special option points. So we are now at 16 actually. And that means we simply place the marker here, flip it, and there is this plus 15. So, and now we have to move the enemy battalions. So again, I will roll and see on the table how they moved. Okay, it was there were no big surprises. Well, maybe one of these assault battalions didn't move. That was lucky. On the other hand, this half battalion did. So I'm pretty sure that I have to attack this in the next turn again, but then I might be able to destroy it. I hope. So now we will lose 2 special option points, because here are these 2 battalions, and you see in the friendly rear, special option point loss per enemy 1. So now we are back at 14 special option points, and then we can do the replacements. And actually, I would have liked to replace Montana But I can't do that actually, because it says here cannot replace aircraft or pilots during day 1 or 2. So it's not possible to replace him, I have to keep him. Maybe next day then. Okay, and then I can repair again the aircraft. And we got these 2 engine damage, we got the bullet holes. So I'm gonna pay 3 special option points, 1, 2, 3, to repair the damage complete. Okay, and let me see, we got this priority R&R, and I think maybe I'm gonna do that. Just let me think about that. Okay, actually I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pay 2 special option points, and that allows me then to reduce the stress of the pilots by 2 plus their coolness value. So I think that's a good idea here. Okay, the important thing is you can only do this once per day. I was actually considering to do this a second time, but I checked it and it's not possible. You can do this only once per day. Yeah, so, and then we advance the day counter here. And that's it. That was day 2. I'm not really happy with this actually. I was unlucky that I didn't destroy the last battalion, but okay, I mean, it wasn't that bad either. Now we are at 11 victory points, and if you think about that, we're at the end of day 2. If we would go on like this, we could have made 22 victory points after 4 days, so that would give us a good result, and I think I would be satisfied with that. But it's still a long way to go, and well, I hope to see you in my next videos. Until then, bye.